Hey guys, hello everyone. Welcome to Speak with Sushant. For the very first time, in Mami, I got to interview Jia. Today, you see Pooja Bhatt, the daughter of Mahesh Bhatt and the mother of the entire Big Boss house for me, personally. And now, here, my mother again in this beautiful film called SANAA. Hi, ma'am, how are you?
Very well, thank you.
First of all, I became fan of you from Big Boss. To
Okay.
be very frank with you,
Okay.
been a fan of Alia Bhatt much before.
Ji.
So tell me, what is your experience being here at IFFI
Come
Film?
to IFFI before with more movies of mine, but I'm here this time with a very special film called SANAA.
Okay.
And now that you've seen it with us, you know why it's so special for us, because I think it's a very brave film. It is, for a man like Sudhanshu to decide to make a film like this to begin with is a brave choice. It's a fallacy that only men or only women can tell women's stories, or only men can tell men's stories, and I think that he's broken that myth. The fact that he, as a man, has handled a subject like this with such sensitivity and so much respect, I think that says a lot about him as a human being. Filmmaker comes second, So I think that these are the myths that you have to be from a certain area of life to be able to tell a story about that area of life. I think sometimes it gets subverted like it has in the case of SANAA.
Amazing. So I think every film, what you do, you'll have a new learning from that film. So as an artist, what was that learning you got through this film?
My learning was that there are no small roles.
Okay.
It doesn't matter whether you do one shot in a film or you're there for 2 hours on screen. What's important is the content and the intensity of the role offered to you, and what the crux of the film is. And I think that SANAA for me proves that. I think that when I read the script, I just told him, I said, what am I playing? I didn't even know what. So it was not about, there are actors who I know who even count the scenes and calculate how many minutes of screen space do I have, and then they would consider doing a movie.
Yes.
But for me, no. I will do one shot in a film if that one shot adds up to a whole. So I think that Radha's character adds up to the whole. And I think I'm very privileged. My firstborn son was Kunal Khemu in Zakham, and my firstborn daughter is Radhika Madan. So I think I've done very well as a mother. I've got two of the finest in the country in terms of performers. I think that working with Sudhanshu for me was a wonderful experience. I think that there's a bond that we share. In fact, there's another project we did together soon after, which I won't talk about right now.
Okay.
But it will be out soon, so you'll know that as well. I think that he is very brave, very generous as a filmmaker, and actors need generosity. They need generosity when they're on sets, because we have to put ourselves out there. We have to go out there in front of the camera and be emotionally bare. We have to be emotionally naked. And you need to know that the director there has got your back. And you sense that instinctively. So I would like to thank him for having all of our backs, because if not, you wouldn't have seen, that girl's performance, Radhika Madan. I can't think of a performance like this in recent times. And for her to do a film like this, at this point where she's doing big commercial films, and to put herself out there, you need to salute the young girl,
And has your life changed after Big Boss?
Has Big Boss changed after I went into it is the question you should ask.
What?
Meaning, has the platform? I think that one thing we did do in OTT season 2 was that I think that I went there, lived there for 8 weeks, and I realized, which is what I kept saying, is that it is not the format of the show that makes you fight or makes you dishonor the other person. The show gives you situations. Eventually, it's up to you to decide how you want to respond. So all these fallacies, na ki cheekinge, chillayenge, jhagda karenge, tab notice honge, is rubbish. People are exhausted of hearing the same old fake. People respond to real things. So if you have a real fight, they will be interested. If you're going to pretend the fight, they're not going to be interested. It's like when you watch a film, you will know if the actor is speaking from the heart or if the actor is just kind of using his craft. So I think Big Boss is a wonderful platform, because eventually you reveal yourself. You can't hide there. When you've got 222 cameras, you can't hide. You can use fancy words, you can do whatever. And for me, it was very important, because see, we allow the media to come into our lives, but after a certain point, every celebrity shuts the door.
Yes.
as somebody who comes from the 90s, as somebody who's seen stardom, has seen failure, who's picked herself up from many phases, for me to go in there was a choice I made because I said that it's important to go out there and be bare. So I went there without physical makeup or without emotional makeup. I said I'm not going to hide behind that mask. I'm going to put myself out there. And if the real me is not good enough for the world, then it's not. But I'm not going to be somebody else. So to hold on to yourself and be real is the key.
So don't you think Abhishek was himself?
You tell me.
For me, yes, because I'm also an YouTuber like him. So I think Big Boss is a great platform for people like us. What do you suggest?
Well, Elvish won, didn't he?
Yeah.
So he's also a YouTuber.
Yeah, he is.
And he came in as a wild card.
Wild card.
And Abhishek felt that he does not deserve to win at that point because he's a wild card. So I think like Sudhanshu has broken the myth that you have to be a man, a woman to tell a woman's story. Elvish broke the myth that a wild card can't win Big Boss. So I'm all for myths being broken.
Okay.
My advice to everybody, whether it's a YouTuber or whether it's an actor or whether it is the whatever, my point is that fame is temporary. Character is forever.
Amazing.
Remember that. That's my only lesson that I have learned from my seniors, is that character is forever.
You're referring to your dad?
No, I have more seniors with I would say my father if I was referring to my dad.
Okay.
I'm talking about seniors. When I say seniors, I mean Mithun Chakravarti, I mean Rishi Kapoor, I mean senior actors.
Okay.
Who I've learned a lot from.
Okay.
And they have always told me that do the work, don't look backward, don't believe the myth, don't follow trends, be yourself. The problem is your eyes are too much on the like buttons and your eyes are too much on the numbers.
Okay.
We just knew back in the day कि ticket बिका या नहीं, houseful है या नहीं. But we did not count, you know what I'm trying to say? So enjoy it while it lasts. But this industry has seen greats.
Okay.
There are many young people today who might not know the legendary Dilip Kumar, who might not know the legendary Rajesh Khanna. Nobody has seen stardom like that. Not in Bollywood. So my point is, life is fleeting. So is fame. Enjoy it while it lasts and don't take it too seriously and do not let it put you into the clouds because life will then bring you down to
earth. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for this.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.